Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your Libertarian car guy, and here I am out in the dark facing off against this Mini Clubman, which is new for 2016. You might ask, why am I taking this video in the dark so that you can't see the car? Well, let me show you a couple of things that are pretty cool about this. First, the little knick-knacky things. If you open the door, look at that. See the little Mini logo? Isn't that cute? Ford did that, I think, first with the Mustang, but that's just one of the neat little luxury touches that you get with this car, including the cool little LED lights there and the cool little LED lights inside by the door pulls. That is a function of the fact that this car, even though it is nominally British in origin, is built by the Germans, specifically BMW. So you get a lot of neat little high-end detail touches. Let's have a look at the inside, too. This car is best viewed at night. Turn on the lights, turn on the car, and look at the cool little toggle switches. I love the toggle switches. All right.
Ooh, catch me under meditation.
We turn it on, and you get all of this cheerful little light show. They got the LED ambient light here around the 6.5-inch center stack LCD display. Down here by the shifter, this particular car has an automatic. It's got an 8-speed automatic now. It used to have a 6-speed. But you might see this ring around the shifter, and this is how you control the drive mode selections. You'll see it's Sport over here, and in the middle is Normal, and to the right is the green or the Eco. Now watch what happens when you go to Sport. I'm going to push it over to Sport, and you'll see what changes here on the center stack. It'll say, "G'day, let's motor hard," and see how the LED light show turns to red, and you get the red ambient backlighting. Isn't that neat? So now the parameters for the engine and the transmission are notched up to their most aggressive settings for spirited performance driving. Contrary-wise, if I go over to the green, thusly, see how it will rotate over to, that's mid-mode normal. One more. Green mode, let's minimalize, and everything shifts over to green. Isn't that perky and cute? Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this because it's dark, but here's some more toggle switches. I'm going to turn on the interior lights. Maybe you can see these really exceptionally nice leather pleated and elaborately stitched buckets. Again, this is nominally a mid-priced car, but being a BMW, it's got a lot of really nice high-end detail touches, comparable to what you find in entry or mid-luxury segment cars. The chrome, you probably can't see it too well in this lighting at night. The chrome on these toggles, these are like metal and actually really chrome, not chrome plastic. You're definitely not going to be able to see this cool kind of black onyx treatment that goes all the way around the dash and also here. So just a really nice high-end feel, but let's have a look outside. The big thing about the Clubman is that it's bigger. It used to be just a stretched version of the regular Mini, which was really mini. They've upped the wheelbase by about 5 inches, and now the back seats are completely human usable. Forgive all the stuff in here. I haven't had a chance to really clear the thing out, but my 6'3" self fits back there, no problem. So now you've got a Mini that's a party for several people and not just two. Also, you've got about double the cargo space, and the thing that really defines the Clubman, can't see it too well here, but I'll show you, are these backward opening Dutch doors. Look at that. Isn't that cute? The regular Mini has a conventional upward swinging hatchback. This has got the little Dutch doors, which you can open and close individually, and of course they open sideways rather than up and down. And again, look at how nicely finished the back is here. Super sharp, nice carpeting, nice chrome pieces here and there. And if you drop those seats down, you could actually sleep back here. 2 people can sleep back here, trust me. Anyway, close up the doors. Now you probably can't get the perspective, certainly not at night, but if you look at this car sitting by itself, it looks like a Mini. It doesn't look huge. It has the same proportions, just on a slightly larger scale as the regular Mini. It's just as cute. It's low to the ground. It doesn't look big, and it isn't big. It's still, believe it or not, about a foot shorter overall than something in the compact sedan class like a Toyota Corolla. And I checked the specs, and the Clubman is actually several inches shorter overall than subcompacts like the new Scion IA that I wrote about a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, it's larger than the former Clubman, and it's larger than the standard Mini, but it's not a big car, at least not on the outside, whereas on the inside it's much bigger than it used to be. Let's have a look at the car's cheerful, happy front, which I think is the best view of the car. hard to see here and everything, but notice also the nice little LED rings around the lights, the bulldog looking front end. I really, really like this car. It's one of my favorites. And while I didn't particularly like the previous Clubman because the back seats weren't much of an improvement over the regular Mini, this one is. This is a car that you can take on road trips, which I'm about to do this morning. And it's also a great city commuter car, and it really does everything well. Now, the one defect with it is, if it's a defect, it's not with the car really, it's the price increase. It's a couple $1,000 higher now, both for the Standard and the S, than the previous Clubman, but you do get something for your money. So there's that. And the other thing is there really is nothing else out there that's quite like this. The closest thing to it is probably the Fiat 500L, but that thing does look bloated and ungainly in comparison to the regular little Fiat 500. It's also slow, it doesn't handle particularly well, and no doubt that's why it's not selling very well, whereas this thing is. Anyway, the full review should be up on the site, epautos.com, shortly. I'm also going to have an interesting story about, hang on, let me shut this off. Yeah. There you go. Bear with me. There'll be more to come. I'm going to have a story about making my 76 Trans Am shaker scoop functional. It is now functional. Now, I'm not going to go on and on and on about it, but you probably can't see it here, but the shaker door now actually works, and the engine breathes as you get into the gas. Pretty neat stuff. Anyway, thank you for viewing, and look for the story about the shaker soon, and we will catch up with you next time.